It's been said that the magic found in new beginnings is truly the most powerful of them all. Well, the season of spring brings the magic of new beginnings. Those April showers that bring May flowers brings an awakening, sometimes a reawakening of all things great and small. During the Roaring Twenties, this awakening can be seen during the period of the Harlem Renaissance. The Harlem Renaissance, an intellectual and cultural revolution, was key to developing a new identity, significantly, a Black identity. Promulgated by an array of artisans and activists, it opened doors of opportunities into mainstream America. Opportunities that were new and exciting in the world of work, play, and recreation. Now, fast forward with me to the Roaring 2021. In leadership, an organization's culture is key to its new beginnings. Jessica Herring, the founder of Stella and Dots, states culture changes when an organization is transformed. The culture reflects the realities of the people who work together every day. As a leader, make sure you are curating a healthy environment, one that aligns your culture with your brand. Make sure you are investing in building a culture that believes in the magic of new beginnings. So, Matt, what say you about the season of spring and the activities in the Roaring Twenties?
Thanks, Twana. Speaking of reawakening and recreation, once spring is sprung, my thoughts turn to one of my favorite pastimes, baseball. Having skipped attending live games in 2020, I am very hopeful that we'll be able to get out there and attend a game in person soon. In the 1920s, baseball became America's pastime. On the heels of World War I and the Spanish flu pandemic, America was ready to relax, have a beer, and spend the afternoon watching a game with friends. What could be better? And the Roaring Twenties delivered some fantastic baseball. The era produced baseball legends that are still household names today, such as Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, and Joe DiMaggio. My favorite team is the Oakland A's, which got its start as the Philadelphia Athletics. They won back-to-back titles in 1929 and 1930, and they won and that was succeeded with three consecutive World Series in 1972, 73, and 74 when I was watching as a kid. I can still remember all the players' names of those teams. Not only is baseball fun, but it's also a great laboratory to observe team dynamics. So take me out to the ball game. I am looking forward to getting out there soon. Kimberly?
Thanks, Matt. Taking me out to the ball game is certainly right. Just as the spring of the 1920s brought in baseball, it also raced in the golden time for thoroughbred horse racing. And the most legendary of them all was the tall chestnut colored stallion named Man o' War. By age 2, Man o' War had turned into a strong, fast horse with one of the widest strides of 28 feet. He exuded this magnetic charisma and an engaging personality, and he had fans traveling from all over just to take a piece of him and grab a piece of his chestnut colored tail or his chestnut colored mane. In his legacy, Man o' War won 20 out of 21 races as the favorite and won 14 races in a row. Now, his lone defeat is still a controversy today in the history of horse racing. As a 2-year-old at the Sanford Memorial Race, Man o' War started prematurely 5 times due to his really high-strung personality. And inadvertently, he missed the real start, so it left him and his jockey struggling to catch up. As a result, they lost that race by half a length to, ironically, a horse named Upset. Despite this one loss, now 100 years later, Man o' War is still recognized as a classy, charismatic horse who set the standard for others in horse racing. So as leaders, as parents, as teachers, and as individuals, what unique gift do you have that you can set the standard for others in your life? You know, spring signifies newness, rebirth, and getting outside to enjoy recreational activities, something we haven't done in a long time because we've been pushing so hard this past year with little reprieve. So take a moment, take a breath, pause, and regroup in community with baseball. A couple of innings and maybe a hot dog and a beer, or don a fascinator hat and go to the races. We are all trying to make this year a roaring 2021. So take a pause, take a breath. It's a time for personal fun and fun with family, but also it's a necessity in our work environments to prevent burnout and to create shared experiences. Happy spring 2021.